The first stop on our journey within the Western Wall tunnels is the Wilson Arch, which was excavated by Charles Wilson in the mid-19th century. This arch is believed to be a support for a bridge which connected the Temple Mount and the city during the Second Temple period. Here we can see the complete arch, one of several, as it supports the bridge into the Temple Mount during the time of Jesus. Here below is the street level where today it is part of the exposed Western Wall, which is also called the Wailing Wall. When we visit the Wailing Wall Plaza today, we can see part of the Wilson Arch at the north side of the praying area. Here below the Wilson Arch, we can see part of a mikveh, one of many in this area, where people used to purify themselves before entering the temple. Now let's continue our tour and get closer to the Western Wall, where we shall walk along the part of the wall which has not been exposed to sun and to forces of the weather for almost 1,000 years. One of the most interesting findings of the Western Wall itself is a huge stone, often called the Western Wall Stone. This stone is used as a supportive stone to the construction of the Western Wall, and it is considered to be one of the heaviest objects ever lifted by human being without powered machine. This stone is so big that its weight is about the weight of 3 Boeing 747 aircraft. Can you imagine? Now let's continue walking to the north along the Western Wall and reach one of the holiest places for Jewish people. It is the Warren's Gate, which is about 150 feet into the tunnel. This gate marks the closest point to the Holy of Holies, the inner sanctuary, and it is currently thought to be located under the Dome of the Rock, so you can imagine the conflict around this point. This is why people, as these women pray here, since this is the closest place to the Holy of Holies. Now let's continue walking along the Western Wall heading north. This road used to connect the northern side of Old Jerusalem to the area from which people used to enter Temple Mount, the southern side of the mountain. The excavation of the Western Wall tunnel revealed this ancient road. When we think about it, Jesus has probably walked on this road on his way from the Pool of Bethesda, located north to the Temple Mount, where Jesus conducted his miracle of faith, to the southern side of Temple Mount in order to enter the temple. This road is one of the few places in Jerusalem, and of course in the world, that we can be 100% sure that here Jesus actually walked. We have just reached the point where the constructed Western Wall ends, and we can see the original rock of the mountain. But this is not the end of our journey. When continuing walking north, we shall reach the Stratton Pool, which originally were built as an open-air pool by the Hashmonaim and used to collect water and then lead them through water system to the temple. After the destruction of Jerusalem by Hadrian in year 70, he added arches to enable the pavement to be placed over it as we see it today. The pool that we see now is only half of the pool, where the second part is behind this wall and today beneath the convent of the Sister of Zion along the Via Dolorosa, for which we have a separate special video. We are now near the exit from the Western Wall tunnel, and as it can happen only in Jerusalem, the exit to the street is right in front of the entrance to station number 2 of the Via Dolorosa, and below station number 1, where Jesus was put to trial, and all of that within the Muslim quarter.
Joyce, how was it?
It was fascinating.
It was a couple tunnels.
It was absolutely fascinating.
Amazing. Thank you, Aaron.